Shoot number 3, heading to Wisconsin. Looking forward to it. It's just Chase and I. Should be a good time getting away from the shop for a little bit and hopefully putting some fish in the boat.
Well, first day in Wisconsin, starting off pretty good. We've been out for probably 2 or 3 hours. This is a very deep, clear Cisco lake for Wisconsin. We chose it because it's very similar to Minnesota waters. So the first day out here, we're doing a lot of idling around, doing just looking at structure, seeing where the weeds are, seeing how deep the thing is. Well, there's a lot of humps out here. So there's rock humps, weed humps, and sand humps so far. And we actually marked this fish on side imaging and stopped, put trolling motor down, put the live scope down, started going, started casting. And got to right about where we seen the fish, and I felt a whack on this grenade. This is a 10,000 cast Cisco colored grenade. This is one that I made this spring. So far it's been very, very good. Just a real good Cisco pattern, silver, black, some motor oil in there as well. So we're gonna get her out and take a look at her. Really, really pretty fish though. All right, let's get her out. Pretty brownie, or greeny I guess is what Wisconsin guys say. At least I think so. All right. Gee whiz. Here we go. No, we don't. Should have fought her longer. There, I got her. Open it up. There you go. Super pretty fish. Not a giant, but a very, very nice fish to start the trip on. Welcome back, it's Mayhem 10,000 cast. Beauty fish. Grenade eater. Team Rhino custom, 10,000 Cisco. Get her in. Okay. I think she's gonna take off pretty quick. Wow, that's a pretty fish. You see how clear that water is. Very, very similar to a lot of lakes that we fish in Minnesota. See you later, Sting. Well, we're gonna sit back up and get back on this hump. We didn't mark anymore, but where there's one, there's two. Where there's two, there's three. Something always good to think about, even though you're not marking them, especially in today's electronics. A lot of guys rely on it too much. They could be on the bottom and you don't mark them. So if you see one, there's usually one or two more in there. But get back to checking this grenade. Like I said, 10,000 cast Cisco. It's a Team Rhino custom grenade. This is a regular size grenade. I'm just throwing it out there. The humps are coming up about 20 feet. I'd say it would be about the majority of the top of them out here. I'm throwing it out, nice long cast, kind of medium retrieve. About halfway back, I'm burning it, and she hit it within 2 or 3 cranks and starting to burn it. So we might have something dialed in here. We've only been out for like 2 hours, like I said. So we're gonna get back at it. Hopefully we can get another one, and hopefully a big one, because this lake is supposed to have some big ones. If they're that pretty, I'm gonna be really happy. Well, we might have found a little wad of them. Just kind of on a weed edge here. They're very, very lazy. One chased in Brad's Jetfire, Team Rhino Custom Jetfire 10.9, really late. And then I had one porpoise literally right in front of me. But we've seen 2 porpoise, which the one should be on camera, only porpoise like 10, 20 feet away from us. So they're acting really lazy, so I threw a glide bait on them. We'll try a glide bait a little bit. It's a 7-inch Rig Boss bluegill pattern. See what to do. But wait them out. It's been really, really hot. I can tell you that. Super, super hot today.
What 3 words do you always hear in a boat when catching muskies?
Again, Team Rhino.
Team Rhino collar.
Team Rhino Outdoors.
Team Rhino Outdoors.
Team Rhino Outdoors.
Little pit bull from Team Rhino Outdoors.
Team Rhino Outdoors.
Said Team Rhino custom collar.
Team Rhino Outdoors.
Team Rhino custom collar.
Another Team Rhino color. Man, I'll tell you what, Team Rhino makes some awesome custom colors.
Order your custom baits and muskie equipment now from TeamRhinoOutdoors.com.
20 years of mayhem. Still built right here in the USA. Creating and making history one bait at a time. Catching personal bests in boats season after season. Find Muskie Mayhem Tackle at any fine retailer or go direct at MuskieMayhemTackle.com. Let the mayhem begin.
now we just moved spots again. Our deeper stuff, we found a couple fish in that deeper stuff, but then midday we tried some shallower stuff and actually seen a few in that too. So for the evening bite, we're going to go for shallower stuff. And by shallow stuff, I'm talking in Wisconsin terms, it's probably a little bit deeper, but keeping the boat in like 20 to 22 and casting up into like 10. A lot of weed edges. We just tried a rock spot and Brad lost one on a trigger, but I had 2 fish up, one on a pit bull and one on a mag dog, same color as one of my favorite Team Rhino colors now, foobar perch. So I had 2 fish up, one on a mag dog, one on a pit bull on a weed edge. One was like a 40, one was like a 44 maybe. So kind of putting the puzzle pieces together, but man, it has been hot today. So we actually went in and ate lunch because it was just unbearable heat. So we cooled off and now we're out fishing before dark. We're going to try it. Just being a very clear water lake, I'm guessing the evening after dark period is a little bit better than during the daylight when it's that hot. So we're going to try this. This is a new weed spot. Deep water all the way around. Big hump out in the middle of the lake. Looks good to me. Try it out.
All right, sun's just about all the way gone. It's been down for probably a half hour. Finally put another one in the bag. We've had a ton of action today. Tons of fish just moving up. A little bit boat shy. They just did not want to commit by the boat, but it's a good thing. We're going back to those fish right now. They showed themselves, so we're going to hopefully keep catching them. Low light, it's a great time to be out on the water, and as we go into the dark, I'm hoping it just keeps continuing. So new bait, mini hurricane. We showed you a little bit. I think I lost a fish on it in the first episode. Super excited. Just got one in the bag with the mini hurricane. It's catching fish, the few people that have them. Definitely something I'll show you here as soon as I get this one on pin. Let's take a look at it. Just about there. All right, you go back in the water. We'll show these guys the bait. Make sure that fish is back upright in the bag. I'll show you the mini hurricane. Just like its big brother. It's got 5 blades on it. A lot smaller though than the big hurricane. So definitely a bait that we're going to be coming out with this next show season. When you guys are watching this show, it's already going to be available. Just a black nickel, standard color, but awesome stuff to see it's getting caught. But let's take a look at this fish. Here we go. Nice little fish. Great way to start off the dark period. Kind of digging it. Good stuff, man. Hopefully this is a sign for a bunch of fish yet tonight. Let's get her back and see if we can get another one. I don't know what that sore is there. Wow. Maybe a big fish ate it. Let's get her back.
You set the hook too hard, Brad.
Come on, wake up, girl. See you later. Giving us a wave goodbye. Off she goes. Let's go find another one. We're on them, Chase. We've seen a ton. Let's go back and see if we can't catch them.
a good one.
Nice.
Nice work, guys. Nighttime is the right time.
All right.
They're eating really good. Isn't that a tiger, dude?
Yeah, it is. The way it looks.
I think it is too.
Sure looks like it.
Tiger. I'm Tiger King. Can't see nothing. There we go. Got that one out. Just need to get it out of the bag. Got the fish flopping like crazy. Don't do it. Now we're gonna go in for the kill. Oh, it's unhooked. Nice. Well, this lake is becoming a lot more like Minnesota the longer we fish it. Deep weed edges are holding lots of fish, and nighttime is the right time out here for sure. Literally been 10 minutes since Brad just caught that one. We're just on a weed edge that we raised some fish on earlier. And that one smoked my detonator out on the cast. So they're eating on the cast after dark, which is awesome. Probably don't get messed with too much after dark out here, I'm guessing. Super pretty fish. The blue silver detonator. What are you doing, honey? Get her out. If you're eating this good, we'll get a couple more tonight, maybe. I don't know if it's a tiger or not, but regardless, it's beautiful. I think it is a tiger, actually. If it is, it's new PB tiger, but I don't know. Comment down below if you're watching on YouTube. Let us know if it is or not. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fish. After dark on the detonator. Halfway back on the cast. Let's get her back. Let's get her over here. Go or what? There she goes. See you later, Spank. I don't know. I can't tell if it is or not. It's too dark, but it's freaking gorgeous. I do know that, but the other ones are really gorgeous too. That one had a lot of bars and bars on the back, which tigers usually have that, but I'm not really coming from a place that has a lot of tigers, so I don't know. Hey, regardless, awesome fish. We better get back after it. Brad just caught his 10 minutes ago. So I'm gonna keep checking the detonator. He's gonna throw the hurricane. We're gonna keep going down this weed edge. We raised a couple more earlier, so hopefully they keep biting.
Ventures Inc. has you protected when it comes to snow, sand, and wind structural fencing products, providing residential, commercial, and Department of Transportation options for superior property and roadway protection. Magnum Ventures at www.magveninc.com for your project needs.
Muskie Bumper, a solid measuring platform for your catch. Constructed with strong plastic that floats and stainless steel hardware for years of use. Check us out at fishbumper.com. We measure your success.
Well, like I said, it's obviously dark. They're obviously eating very well. So what we're doing, just we've kind of talked about it a little bit after we've caught the fish, but I want to talk about it a little bit better. So today it was really, really hot. We drove around for a long time just looking at stuff, finding weeds. Because what's really weird about this lake, like a lot of Minnesota lakes, I would say, if you find the weed edge is pretty much there in that same depth, no matter where you're at. Here, kind of sporadic. It goes from weed edges 15 to 20. To 10, like it's just all over the place depending on where you're at on the lake. And so we kind of drove around and looked at a lot of that. Didn't really mark many fish because I think they were buried in the weeds because it was unbelievably hot today. And so we started fishing them. We went in and ate, came back out, started fishing, and toward the evening, and we raised a pile of fish on a lot of those little weed edges that we marked. But we knew right where the best weeds were because we did that idling and paid attention to the live scope, paid attention to the side imaging, and mapped it out. That way our boat control would be perfect for tonight because we kind of figured it'd be a night bite considering how clear the water is and how hot it was today. So that little bit of practice, or not practice, but homework we did has really paid off, obviously. Paid off a little bit more than I was expecting, to be honest. But what's really good is we have like 3 or 4 more stretches of weed edges to hit tonight. And I know I don't want to go, and I'm sure Brad doesn't want to go, but what we're doing is the same thing as we're always doing, is throwing blades after dark. Detonator's very loud, Hurricane's very loud, and just about that fast. I'm kind of getting away with going a little bit faster tonight, I think. Mainly because it's very, very clear water, and they are smoking us halfway back on the cast. Assuming that we're crawling down that weed edge, about halfway back on the cast, we are starting our upward incline, and they're eating it as it's going up. So probably slowly going down the edge, then you slowly start going up and they're whacking it, which is pretty typical. We're keeping our boat about 50 feet off the weed edge, so keep that in mind. Nice long 80 to 100 foot cast. 50 feet back is probably going to be your deepest of your bait's going to be, so you kind of want that to where the end of the weeds stop. So you're coming right down that edge, climbing right back up to the boat. But keep that in mind, especially if you're planning to do night fishing. Almost every time I go night fishing, for sure, I do a lot of homework in the daylight before I do it. That way you know your boat's perfect, you know exactly where those weed edges are, and you can go back and hit them perfectly after dark. Because once it's dark, it's hard to tell where you're at a lot of times, to be honest. So we are going to keep going down through here and hopefully get a few more. We're not raising many, just getting bites, so it's perfect.
That's a big one. Oh yeah, good job. Got another one. Come on.
Lot better fish, Brad. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Oh yeah. There we go, dude. That near tonight. Very nice, dude.
Freak, this place is awesome. Big girl on the detonator. And she's unpinned. Thank you, honey. Well, we got another one. It's probably 30-40 minutes later. They're really going. This is insane. I'm beginning to really like Wisconsin right now. This is a very fat, pretty good one. I don't know how big it is, but bigger than the other ones. Worth bumping for sure. On the detonator again. This one has been very good to me this year. Detonators are always good for me every year, but this one got a 50.5 and a 51 for my clients this spring back home. So she's got big fish juju, and she's continuing to get me big fish, even here in Wisconsin. So let's get this one out, take a look at her, because it's a nice one. All right, let's get her out. Nice fish.
She doesn't like you, Chase.
No, all these fish are very mean. Meanie. Big mean greenie. Now, left rip. Ain't getting that now. Oh, that's a fatty. Heck yeah. That's a super good one. It's nice because all we raised all day are 40 inchers, so it's good to get a tank. And this one is laying right with the 40 inchers that we waypointed from earlier. Fishing super thick weeds, clear lake with ciscos in Wisconsin. Doing some night fishing. Let's get her on the bump, see how long she is. All right, chill out. 48 and a half. Right there, 48 and a half. Sweet. Can't beat that. 48 and a half is a good fish no matter where you are, especially here in Wisconsin. Tell you what, the big ones are thick. Let's get her back. All right. fish. Awesome. And they are thick. Remind me of my fish from back home. Thick all the way through. She's gonna go, but she's gonna take a minute because she just wore herself out and beat me up, didn't you? Look at her weird spots on her belly.
I've seen that.
Right underneath that tiger. There she goes. See you later, thanks. I love night fishing in Clearwater. So awesome. They eat so good. All three fish that came off of Weed Edge, halfway back on the cast, freaking whacking it. And they're all got the entire bait down their throat, basically. That one actually came off before, but she just had a bigger head on her, I think. Let's get this bump board up and keep going because they are biting or not stopping.
That's a wrap for this week. Chase and I had a little window to get over here. Glad we did. Man, it was fun. We had to work for it, mostly because of the heat. Man, the heat was just brutal. And I think it kind of had them fishing a little bit of a funk. We got that one early, kind of trying to learn some of the spots and utilizing our electronics to find the spots that we wanted to find. And once we did, that evening time, that 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, the fish actually started moving. We started locating where the fish were on the structure, and guess what? We put it to work after dark. Definitely something to think about. If you're going to stick it out, you want to stick it out a little bit after dark, that's for sure. It's a couple hours later. We're going to call it a wrap, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.